What is up, guys? Today I'm just going to be going over my PSA collection. I'll be going from lowest grade to highest grade. Starting off, we have a PSA 8 first edition Ferro Servant Buster Blader. As you can see, the foiling is pretty clean and quite nice. Some dust there. But yeah, sorry, I would say personally, yeah, pretty strong 8. Maybe some rough cutting there from the factory. The only flaws that I noticed is this little thing up there. Other than that, the card is pretty clean. I would say this is from the factory, or just maybe a slight damage. But other than that, a solid 8. Next is a number 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon Ghoster first edition. Quite nice. As you can see, there's some of that, vertical scratching that's typical of ghost rays from the factory. Unfortunately, just how they come. You can really notice it there. But in the right lighting, you don't really notice it. I'm not sure if these dots here are on the case or on the card. But what I do like, especially with like all ghost rays, I'm not going to point this out with all of them, but you can kind of see the color change, especially with these two lines here, as you shift the lighting. You can pick that up. It's quite nice. You have that 3D effect of ghost rays. Anyway, next up is another ghost rare. Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon first edition ghost rare, PSA 8 as well. Quite nice. Once again, I think all the ghost rares that I have that are in PSA condition at least, or PSA graded, they're all pretty clean except for the surface. But yeah, I'm not going to dwell on the surface for all of them. If you want like a longer video, like just looking at the artwork, just let me know. I'm more than happy to do something like that. It's fun for me. But yeah, next is a PSA 8 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, first edition. All of these cards here are first edition except for I think one of them, and the others are just they don't come in first edition. So this is off-centered on the back, but a nice card nonetheless. There we go. Next is another PSA 8 Majestic Red Dragon, Absolute Power Force, first edition. You can really get that 3D effect sometimes, in the right lighting. But yeah, once again, pretty clean. I'm assuming there's probably surface scratches on most of these, because I don't recall there being a whole lot of like edge wear and stuff on these ghost rares. Next is I believe a Power Tool Dragon first edition, PSA 8 first edition. I think I said that twice now. This one is off-centered, obviously. So maybe the surface is a bit cleaner, but the offset, yeah, the surface does look pretty. Oh wait, no, you can kind of see some lines there. I'm not sure if that's from on the case, or that might be on the case. Or it might be on the card. You guys let me know what you think. But yeah, it's off-centered, but still quite nice. A solid PSA 8, in my opinion. If it was more well-centered, it would be much better, obviously. But yeah. Next is Blazewing Butterfly. Okay, so this is a weak PSA 9, in my opinion, as you can see from all of that there on the top. But it's a 9 nonetheless, I guess. But yeah, Ultimate Rare Tactical Evolution, first edition. Yeah. Next is, if you recall from my BGS video, I have a BGS 9 and a BGS 9.5 Blazewing Butterfly, so if you want some comparisons between grading, you can probably check it out. Although grading is pretty subjective. Anyway, so this is a PSA 9 Skull Dice from, I don't know, what is this? I think it's the Game Boy game. You get the Skull Dice and then Graceful Dice and then Exchange or something like that, a spell card. 2 spell cards, I think, and this is the one trap. But yeah, quite nice. Some dust on the case. But yeah, I think there's maybe some wear up there. Oh no, that was dust. Sorry. But yeah, I'm trying not to spend too much time on each card. I'll try. Can't promise. Next is a PSA 9 first edition, number 92, Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. This is quite a nice card. I'm not sure why it got docked. It was pretty clean, from what I could see. I didn't grade any of these myself. These are all cards that I bought graded. So I don't know like their flaws exactly, because it's kind of hard to tell when they're in a PSA slab. Anyway, so next card is a PSA 9 first edition Powered Duelist Ultimate Tyranno. This is quite nice, pretty clean. Maybe something up there, potentially. Or it could be the slab, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, pretty clean. Like I said, if you guys want me to spend more time just like looking at the artwork, if you want to like, you know, put the artwork on camera and stuff, let me know, because I enjoy just showing it and looking at it. Quite nice. It gives me a chance to really appreciate my cards. Okay, next card is RDS First Edition Rare Metal Morph. If you see my mail day video, you've seen this card already. I'm not going to look at it too much. You can check out that video, or if you want, once again, I can go over these in more depth if you would like. But yeah, PSA 9 First Edition Ultimate Rare RDS. Next is a First Edition A-Team Trap Disposal Unit, also from RDS. The only thing is, I think this is a weak 9 in my opinion, with this chipping at the top here. Do not really like that. But other than that, let's see the back. Maybe that's something on the card there. Or it could be in the sleeve, not sure. It looks like it's on the card though, unfortunately. Some dust. But yeah, other than this is the only damage I can really see. But yeah, I don't really like that. I think it's a weak 9 in my opinion. Anyway, next is Ultimate Insect Level 3, also from RDS. First edition, Ultimate Rare. Yeah, I do like this artwork though, a lot. As I've said before, I'm a big fan of RDS Altis. You can really see the detail. Quite nice. Also pretty clean on the back. Maybe centering did this card in, not entirely sure. Maybe something on the corner, no. But yeah, quite nice, clean card. Nice. Next is Fusillar Dragon. If you see my mail day video, you've seen this one as well. Ultimate Rare First Edition, PSA 9. RDS again. This one is pretty clean. Next is another RDS card, First Edition. This is a Monarch though. This Talos, the Firestorm Monarch. Got the name right this time, I think. Once again, I think the little chipping there is the only thing. But yeah, also from my mail day video. Spent a lot of time on this card in that video. But yeah, pretty clean, quite nice. Love the RDS artwork. Can't say that enough. Next is Rainbow Dark Dragon. So this is a nice card. Maybe something going on at the top there, possibly. Not entirely sure. Maybe that's on the case. Could be on the card. I'd have to look at that more in depth later. But yeah, quite nice. A nice secret. Off-centered. Shifted down. A bit to the side as well. So if this is on the case, then I'm assuming centering is what really killed this card. Because other than that, it's pretty clean. Slightly off-centered on the back too. But yeah, I think the front centering is what really did this card in. But it does look nice next to the next card, which is a Rainbow Dragon, Tactical Evolution First Edition. So it's quite nice to have these cards next to each other. Obviously it would be better if they're both 10s, but you know, realistically realistically, according to my budget, this is what I can do. And I like it. I don't know. They look nice next to each other, even as 9s. And this is also for my mail day video. Off-centered, maybe a little bit of something on the top. Pretty clean though. Off-centered on the back. But yeah, a nice off-centered 9, as you can see by the qualifier. Solid foil bleed if you get it in the right lighting. But anyway, that was in the mail day video. I'm not going to spend too much time on these. A few cards. Also from the mail day video, the Marauding Captain. Once again, quite nice. First edition LOD. Ultra rare. Older boxes are getting more expensive, so these cards are also obviously getting more expensive. Very off-centered on the back. But, yeah. Next is a PSV. PSA 9, Pharaoh Servant PSV. Dust Tornado, super rare. Usually I would keep the Buster Blader next to this one. As you'll see, I have a couple more Pharaoh Servant cards. Just because, you know, as a set. But, you know, I went in terms of grading order for this video. As you can see, it's off-centered on the back. Maybe there's something up here. That's what docked it. Not entirely sure. But yeah, nice card. Next is Imperial Order, Secret Rare Pharaoh Servant. This is one of my favorite secret rares. I just like the design. Like, you know, the foiling. Quite nice. Would have been nice if they could have foiled in the eye, like the Marauding Captain. But anyway, it is still quite nice. Even the rings. If you can kind of see that the rings are foiled as well. And then, you know, obviously the spear and then the flags are all foiled. Looks quite nice. And the beard. And the hair. Anyway. Next is Lavagal, Pharaonic Guardian. First edition, secret rare. Like I said, these are all first editions. For the most part. Except you'll see one PSA 10 that's not first ed. Other than that, they're all first edition, or they're like limited edition or something like that. Like the Skull Dice. But yeah. Nice card. Not sure what did it in. Maybe something at the top there. Not entirely sure. Maybe a bit there. But yeah, a decent PSA 9. Fairly solid. These are 9, so like, you know, I understand if there's some flaws. This one has a pretty major, not major, but noticeable to me, flaw on the back that you'll see in a second. But yeah, Labyrinth of Nightmare First Edition, Gemini Elf, secret rare. This has a nice foil bleed, if I can get it to pop. Bit tough to do. But anyway, like I said, I can do more videos like this if you want. But yeah, the flaw that I was saying is this nick right there. Do not like that. But it's a PSA 9, supposedly, so. A solid PSA 9 if you take out that nick. Let me know what you guys think. PSA 9, first edition, Labyrinth of Nightmare, Gemini Elf. Next is, okay, Elemental Heroes. This is one of the things I try to collect. So this is PSA 9, first edition Ancient Prophecy, Elemental Hero Gaia. It's a pretty clean card. Some scratches on the case, as you can see. Quite a few scratches on the case. Little OC on the back. Maybe a little bit of something up there. But a pretty clean card, nothing major. No major flaws that I noticed. Next is another Elemental Hero. Elemental Hero Blade Edge. First edition, Ultimate Rare. Elemental Energy. I would love to have the misprint of this, you know, with the Jinzo in the background. That would be legendary misprint. But way too expensive. I don't think there's any on the market right now that I know of. But quite nice. Some marks on the case there. But that's on the case. A little lost on it on the back. Pretty clean though. Yeah, pretty clean. Some scratches once again on the case. And these things are on the case too. I don't know how this stuff gets on the case, but anyway. Like I said, I already bought these already graded, so I don't know what happened in between. But yeah, PSA 9. Another PSA 9. Elemental Hero Nova Master. If you couldn't tell, this will be the PSA 10 pile. Quite small, but there's definitely a price cap. Anyway, first edition Elemental Hero Nova Master, first edition Ultimate Rare. You've seen this in the mail day video, if you've watched that video. But yeah, not a bad card. Some minor flaws, I think, up there and somewhere there or something like that. Here. But yeah, looking at it like this, you can't really see much. Next is a Elemental Hero Thunder Giant. So one of the more big boys in terms of, Elemental Heroes. Not the biggest of the biggest, but Anyway, the only flaws is these little chips at the top there. Quite annoying. But a PSA 9. First edition in the Lost Millennium. Hard to come by nowadays. On the back, you can notice it slightly. Very slight. Other than that, all the edges on the sides seem pretty clean. It's just this little stuff at the top. Not too noticeable from a distance. Oh yeah, well, a decent way noticeable. But yeah, it kind of sucks, but PSA 9. Let me know if this looks like a Euro print to you guys. I think so. I'm not entirely sure though. Let me know. PSA 9. Sorry about that, guys. I had to make a quick edit. Next card is a PSA 9 first edition Elemental Hero Flare Neos Ultimate Rare. It's quite a nice card. E-Heroes are quite expensive nowadays. I'm trying to get my hands on all of them if I can. There's some stuff on the case here. These little dots here are on the case. This is a pretty clean card. Some scratches on the case. Yeah, this is a solid 9 in my opinion. Once again, some stuff on the case. But other than that, the card is clean. Now, as you can see, like there's this stuff here. You might think it's on the case, but it's not. So I don't know if you can see, there's a little nick there. That's obviously on the case. But like for this card, it's kind of loose in the case. I guess, I don't know, however PSA was, doing these cards here. But if you kind of tap it a bit, if I can get it to work, yeah, so as you can see, like, that's on the case because, it moved. Anyway, I try not to shift it around too much because I don't want to shift the card in the case too much. There's a sleeve on the back. I don't know if you can see it, so there won't be any back scratches because of me shifting it. But still, I don't know. As a collector, it just makes me comfortable to, just shift the card in here. Which is why I don't really like this kind of slabbing that they did. So I already sleeved this one up already. But as you can see, that there's like a plastic film in there that's kind of like holding it in. So like no matter how much I shake this card, it won't move. Whereas if I were to shake this card, it will move. So yeah, try not to be too rough with this. Only just to show you guys that this is on the case. Anyway, little OCD about that. Next is the PSA 10s. So this is the only on limb, and this sticky thing is on the case. Okay, so sorry about that edit again. I was just trying to clean off some of the gunk that was somehow on the case. You can kind of see a bit more over the T. I'll try to clean it off after. But anyway, so this is a unlimited PSA 10 Ultimate Rare Trident Dragon from my Raging Battles. Not my favorite artwork, but to each their own. Pretty clean card. PSA 10, I think the only thing is this small thing here. Maybe it's just how it was cut, that's why they let it through. Not entirely sure, but I don't really care too much about this card. I won it at an auction for a surprisingly cheap price. I didn't really expect to win it, but anyway, whatever. Next card is a what is this? PSA 10 Blue Eyes White Dragon, obviously Millennium Rare. This is from the 15th anniversary 15AX. I think this is Road of the Duelist, or Duelist Road, Piece of Memory. So this is side Yami Yugi, and there's another set that's also 15th anniversary. That's Yugi Moto. So anyway, this is from the Yami Yugi set. I think you can buy Korean boxes of this set still for pretty cheap. But yeah, I love the Millennium Rare. The detailing is quite nice. You have, the little sprinkles of, secret rare foiling, along with also, the actual Millennium, whatever you want to call it, hieroglyphs or whatever you want to call this. But yeah, pretty clean, solid PSA 10. Some like gunk in the case, but it's, in the case, you can kind of see the shadow that it creates on this dust. Very annoying, but it is what it is. As long as it's not on the card, and it's not on the card, so I'm okay with it. Not too happy about it, but I can live with it. Some people might get it like re-slabbed or something. I'm not that particular. Next is a Judgment of the Pharaoh. Jump, ultra rare. This is one of my favorite artworks. This, and I think, what is it? Unity? One of the early Jump promos. I think it's either EN007 or EN006 that has, the other characters in the actual artwork. I think the only other cards that I know that has like the characters in the artwork are like the Bondi cards. I think I have those. I can show that to you when I go over my OCG collection. But anyway, yeah, I love the artwork. A clean PSA 10, I would say. I think that's on the case there. But yeah, solid PSA 10. Jump promo. Some other cards, I think they have the JMP. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but JMP and JUMP, both Jump promos. Next is the End of Anubis, Ancient Sanctuary, First Edition, Secret Rare. So I got this and the Blue Eyes Millennium Rare. I got that from the same auction. I got that and 2 BGS cards and some other cards as well in that auction. It was a very good price too. But yeah, PSA 10. Quite nice. Pretty clean, some, dust and whatnot. But yeah. A solid 10. Some scratches on the case. Quite noticeable scratching. Maybe at some point I might re-slab this card. I don't know if I'll be that particular, but this is some pretty decent scratching on the slab. You can kind of see it go past the slab, past where the card is in the slab and go off there. Kind of annoying, but the name at least is quite clear cut. Also, I think the number, whatever it was, Photon Dragon that I had, the XYZ, I love the way the Ultra was stamped in on that card, if you guys noticed. Anyway, so Vampire Lord, First Edition, PSA 10, Secret Rare, Dark Crisis. I don't see this card too often, like on the market. I think there's one on eBay right now for somewhere in the neighborhood of like 3,000, but I think that's overpriced, honestly. But yeah, still a solid card. Once again, you can see the foiling on the eye. I love when they do that. It's just nice detail. This is like the first PSA 10 that I ever owned. Once again, bought off eBay. I believe it's from a 416 rare cards or something like that. Check him out, I guess. He's a good seller. Oh, little nick on the top there. That sucks, but still a PSA 10. Once again, guys, if you're buying like PSA cards and like PSA 10s and stuff, do ask for pictures, because like you never know when, like, you know, you might think it's like a flawless card, but it might have like little things like that. So like if that bothers you, then, you know, just ask for pics. For me, like the front is solid and clean, so it doesn't bother me as much. Still annoying though. I'd rather have surface scratches on the back, like surface scratches over here, than to have this little nick up there. But it is what it is. A solid PSA 10. I wish I got the Exodia Necros from that set as a PSA 10 as well. Anyway, so the pinnacle of my collection here, Winkaribo, Ultimate Rare, First Edition, The Lost Millennium. It's not the biggest card in the world, obviously, but I'm a small collector. A little roughness up there, hardly noticeable. A little noticeable. But yeah, a nice card. The most expensive card that I have so far. I would have thought by now that the Vampire Lord would have surpassed this in price. But from what I've seen on the market, so far it seems like the Winkaribo comes out on top. I think Ruxin traded Vampire Lord for $500 trade value, he said in one of his videos. And I think he told me separately that he traded this guy for, I think, $800, or sold it for $800. So far, I believe this is like slightly over $500 at this point, and right around $800, at least as of a couple months ago. So that price could have changed by now. But yeah, and those are US dollars, so fairly expensive, but solid cards. Hope you guys appreciate the video. If you could like and subscribe, I would really appreciate that. And stay tuned. I got more, you know, PSA subs coming back, BGS subs. I'll do more collection videos. My friend has a collection. I'll show that too. Just stay tuned. If you could like and subscribe, that'd be great. Take care.